Hi guys, I am back with another video. Snoop Daughter tried to end it all. Being rich means nothing. Let's get into it. Man, y'all, this live had me crying. It had me in my feelings, like she was telling some real stuff. People feel like being rich, everything is okay, everything is solved from being rich. Like she said, it was a color thing. The fact that she was darker skinned, her brothers were lighter skinned. People always try to make people that are darker skinned feel some type of way. She said people were being mean to her. They were calling her fat. And like she said, she got money and everything, but that's not going to always make you happy. She was going through some stuff, she was sick all the time, lupus, and she was the only girl. Her brothers was lighter than her. She was just going through a lot of stuff. She said some real stuff. So she really tried to end it all, which I feel bad on that, and I'm happy it didn't happen. But, she explains what happened and how she felt and stuff like that. But I think a lot of people listening to this will learn a lot of stuff. So I'm going to just go ahead and let you get into that. But before we do, y'all thumbs up this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and once you finish this video, go over to Banger Play Game and subscribe. Like I said, we've been doing giveaways. We just did a recent giveaway this past weekend, 43-inch TV, so y'all go ahead and do that. Let's get into the live. Here we go.
Today, okay, first of all, like I said in my post, today, okay, first of all, like I said in my post, like I've been going through a lot, right? And I don't know, like something just sparked me to tell you guys, hi Mom, something just sparked me to tell you guys what I've been going through, because I feel like I always tell y'all what I'm going through every Sunday, whether it's good or bad. I try to be as open and as accessible as possible, because I just want everybody to know that I'm human, and I mean, we're all human, right? And we all go through stuff, but when you have a title and when you're something or you're somebody, people think you don't go through stuff. And that has to be the most frustrating, irritating thing in the world, because just because my dad is who he is, that doesn't mean I don't get sad. That doesn't mean I don't want things, or I don't feel away, or like I don't know how to explain it, but basically I posted that I tried to commit suicide, and I think it starts from my childhood, right? I grew up with two light-skinned brothers, and I was the only chocolate one. I was overweight. I got lupus at 6, so I was overweight from being on steroids. And that just automatically just messed with my health. Like, I've always been sad. I've always been depressed, because I feel like I've been through a lot. Like, as far as my sickness, and them not knowing if it was cancer or if it was lupus, and then find out that it was lupus, and just me being sick, dealing with stuff like that. Like, I hate seeing kids sick, because I've been sick. I am sick. It's a lot. Like, body hurting. You just in pain, and you're so young. You're like, what is happening to me? Like, what is going on? And then you look at your brothers and your other family members, like, dang, like, why me? Like, why? Like, not saying I wish they had it, but why me? You know, why am I going through this? Why did God choose me? Why me? And I feel like I've always been in the hospital. I just always been sick. Like, it's just always been something wrong with me. And even in school, like when I first got lupus, my face used to peel and my hair was falling out, and just even me being dark, like people like looked at me like I was an alien, like I was a monster. And I remember I got on social media when I was like 13, and my mom and dad, they didn't want me to because I wasn't strong in there. And I got on there and I just got super bullied. Like, people just always talk about me. You're fat, you're ugly, you're dark, you're this, you're that. And I used to cry, like at 13 I was ready to die. Like, just so sad, crying to my mom, like, Mom, like, I'm so ugly. Like, why did you have me? Why do I look like this? Why don't I look like my brothers? Why? It was just so many why? It was like, I hated everything about me. And till this day, there's a couple things that I hate. I just look at myself and I'm just filled with disgust. So just because you have money and just because you're able to do certain things that people can't do, it doesn't mean you don't have a heart, you don't have a mind, you don't have a soul. Like, I go through it just like everybody else. And I try to be as transparent and as open as possible because I know there's people out there that go through stuff, maybe worse, right? But you can't make me feel like how I feel is not like important, or it don't matter because my dad is rich and because I have this and I have that, when that shit don't mean nothing to me. Like, I drive a Toyota Corolla and I'm content. When my dad bought me that car, I'm not gonna lie, at first I was like, a Toyota Corolla? But before that, I was driving Wayne's Acura. And you just learn to appreciate stuff because at the end of the day, this stuff don't matter. When we die, these mansions and these Bentleys and these Birkins, they ain't going with us. You feel me? So I just learned to love what I have, to appreciate what I have. And I know people always gonna have something to say, no matter what, whether you're doing good or bad. That's just people. Everybody had their opinions. But I just had to come on here and let y'all know, like, just because you rich or just because you whatever, that's like me telling Kylie, you can't be sad. You can't be mental. Why? Because she a billionaire? She still got feelings at the end of the day. We don't know what she go through. People only show you what they want to show you. So, by the looks of it, her life looked perfect. But she's choosing to show us what she wants to show us. And what she show us is perfect. It looks amazing. So, of course, we're going to think, oh, she has a perfect life. But nobody has a perfect life. And that's what I had to understand. I'm looking on social media. I'm looking at these girls' lives that are my age. And I'm like, damn, you doing this? You doing that? I'm sitting here with my 2 dogs and my boyfriend every day trying to figure out what I want to eat. Like, I feel stuck. But at the end of the day, I'm very blessed. I'm in a very blessed position. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes their journey is their journey and your journey is your journey. Just because this person is doing this and doing that don't mean I'm supposed to be doing this and doing that. God may have a whole nother plan for me. And I know a lot of girls that look at these other girls' Instagram and start feeling like how I feel, like I'm not doing enough, and I need me a rich nigga, I need me a Bentley, I need me a nigga to do this. Well, you got a nigga that's doing all this and that, he out there doing him. My grandma told me, you want to be in a mansion with your Bentley in the driveway, trying to figure out where your man at, who he with, what he doing? Be content. You gotta be content with what you have. We don't know what these women are going through. It looked great. It looks amazing. Trust me. I see it. And I'm like, damn, I want that. I want it. Give me all of it. Give me her life. Just give it to me, please. But that's not what what my life is supposed to be. I'm not saying everybody is going through that got them a rich dude, but majority of the time, this is what they're going through. So when you have a man that loves you and that shows you that, you have to appreciate it. Like everything I'm telling y'all, I've been through it. I'm still going through it. So that's why I'm able to speak on it. There's plenty of times where I wasn't appreciating Wayne because he not rich and he not this and he not that. Forget all that. You love me for me. You taking care of me. You holding me down when I can't even hold myself down. That's what matters. Not that you can go give me a Bentley right now. You could go give me a purse and take me to Bora Bora. But that you love me and that you there for me, right? So this goes with my mental. It's like you seeing all this stuff and you want it and you mad you don't got it. And I'm going to just tell you how the story. So Wayne ends up getting into a car accident. I think it was Sunday. And like I said, I drive a Toyota Corolla. That's my baby. And I was so mad. I'm like, really? Like, really? Like, you crashed my Toyota Corolla? Forget him being alive. Forget him being well. You crashed my Corolla? I was ready to lose it all. Literally. And something in that accident just triggered me. It triggered me. And like I said, my mind's racing, my mind's going, and I'm like, you know what? I need to go somewhere. I don't know where I'm going, but I need to go somewhere. And I get a hotel. I don't answer nobody's phone calls because at this point I'm like, okay, I just need to get away. That's all I was worried about. I just need to get away. That's it. That's all. And then I get to the hotel and I'm just sitting there, you know, I kept going to sleep. I kept waking up. I kept going to sleep. Everybody calling me. They don't know where I'm at. And the plan originally wasn't to kill myself. It was just to get away and to not talk to nobody. Because I couldn't. Life, I can't handle life. I can't handle stress. When stuff gets too hard for me, my mind instantly goes, kill yourself. Or end it. Because it's just, I feel like that'd be the easiest way out. I don't want to feel pain no more. I don't want I don't want to feel no more. So if I just end it, I'll be okay. This is the way my mind is thinking. I'm literally giving y'all a look inside of my mind. And so I'm there. Everybody's still blowing me up. They're still blowing me up. And I just turn my phone off. I'm like, I can't do it no more. So I start hitting people up for perks. And Zane, stop. Zane, stop. And I start hitting people up for perks because I know that perks have fentanyl in them. And sometimes these perks are fake. And I know that'll be the quickest way out. And I'm like, okay, I'm keep hitting people about perks. Nobody's hitting me up. Nobody's hitting me back. They're like, you want 30s or 10s? I'm like, I don't know what none of that means. Just give me something. Like, just give me something. Like, give me a perk. Give me lean. Like, I don't know. Like, I've never done drugs before. But I wanted to do them today. I wanted to do them that day because I knew the effect that it had on people. So everybody that I hit, there was this one person that I hit, and he was going to go get the stuff, but he just stopped answering me. And then I was like, okay, maybe this is a sign from God that I don't need to do the perks. But then the devil comes again and goes, no, you need to do the perks. Keep hitting until you get the damn perks. So I'm still trying to get the perks. And I get really bad migraines. So I always have Benadryl and I always have my migraine medicine. So I start Googling, well, how many Benadryls can I take to OD? Like, what can I do to OD? So I start calling my mom. I start texting my grandma because I wasn't texting nobody. And I just text my grandma and I told her, I said, tell my mom I want to be cremated. And I just kept crying. I kept crying because I'm like, this is really what you want to do here? Like, you want to end it like this? Like, you done? You ready? And I'm like, yeah, like, just, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, like, sometimes I just feel like I don't have a purpose here. I deal with so much health stuff. Like, I just be feeling like people don't, like, really feel me. Or they just think I'm being dramatic. Or they just think that, like, what I go through is, like, I'm not supposed to be crying right now. But I'm just getting emotional. Like, people just think that what I go through is nothing. But I've been through so much shit that half the stuff I can't even physically tell y'all because it's so personal. And so I get the Benadryls. I look it up and they're like, if you take 5 of them, you might can OD. And so, but the ones that I had, they weren't enough. Like the milligrams. So I'm like, okay. So I just start popping them. And I start popping my migraine medicine. And I said my goodbyes to everybody. And then my auntie texted me. My auntie was calling me. And it was something about her phone call. Because I wasn't supposed to be responding to nobody. This is supposed to be the end. Like, I was supposed to be in my casket, like, somewhere else, not here. And my auntie started calling me and something just told me to answer her call. And I just answered. And she's like, what's wrong? What's the matter? And I was like, I just hate my life. Like, I'm sick and I'm fat and I'm this and I'm that. I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't be here no more. I feel like I'll feel better if I'm not here. And then she just starts talking to me and she started calming me down. But as I'm on the phone with her, I start taking more pills. And then finally I started getting like super shaky and super like, drowsy. So I go lay down in the bed and she's on the phone with me. She's like, where you at? And I tell her where I'm at. And she's like, what room number? And I tell her. And all of a sudden, like, I just blacked out. But the last thing that I heard her say was, Cori. And then I was gone. And then all of a sudden, I wake up to paramedics pulling the covers off me, poking me to check my blood sugar, and asking me, am I okay? And what's going on? And all this stuff. And I was so gone. I was like, what is happening? Like, I got pulled on a journey. It was just a crazy night. I had all my family members there. I had Wayne there, his brother, my mom-in-law, my dad's assistant, my mom, my grandma, one of our close family friends. It was crazy. And like I said, when you're in that state, what you have, who you have, it don't matter to you at all. Like, all the people that came and saw me and was there to support me and be there for me, like, when I was in that state, I didn't care. What I cared about was just ending it. Like, I didn't want to be here no more. Just take me. Whatever I have to do, I'm getting up out of here. That was my main goal. And so I get to the hospital and they were like, well, what's wrong? Like, what happened? And I was just like, obviously I can't tell them I was trying to kill myself because I didn't know how none of that mental stuff worked when you're in the hospital and stuff. And so they're like, what happened? And I was like, well, I just was feeling sad and I just tried to calm myself down. Like, I didn't want to tell them, yeah, I was trying to kill myself. And so they're like, okay. And they were like, well, thank God what you took, it's not toxic. It's just going to make you super sleepy. I'm like, okay. So then 2 cops came and they asked me, like, what are you trying to do? And I was like, oh, like, I was just trying to, like, you know, just calm down. Like, I wasn't really trying to hurt myself. I just wanted to be relaxed. And they were like, okay, cool. And then I heard him say, well, you're not under no criminal charges, but you something. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm out of it. So I'm like, what they talking about? And then basically they told me I was on hold 5150. And so then I'm thinking I'm finna get in this hospital, tell them a few things and bounce. And they took, like, you know, my vitals and drew my blood and stuff. And they were like, my health was good. Everything was good. There was nothing to worry about. And they were like, but you have to see a psychiatrist, because when you're on hold, you have to see a psychiatrist and you have to, you know, go to the mental home. And so I stayed overnight at the hospital, and since I'm on hold, every time I gotta go to the restroom or every time I gotta do something, there's somebody standing at the door, a nurse. So she gotta get up and go into the restroom and make sure I don't do nothing crazy, basically. And so then after that, they were like, okay, you have to go to a mental facility. And I was like, okay. Like, I watched a couple movies about mental facilities and I kind of was like scared. I was like, damn, like, I don't want to be in no mental facility. Like, I don't want to go through this stuff. And I was like, but this is what happened. It's your consequence. And this is not my first time I've tried to do this. So I think God is probably like, this is it. You know, like, because the other times I've done it, it was just like my security would come up here and watch me for like an hour and take my medication, and then everything would be back normal. But this time it was like, God was like, I got to show you better than I can tell you. Like, you can't keep doing this, and the next time you do it, it might not be no next time, you know? And so so the next day they took me to the mental facility. They made me take my clothes off. And mind you, before I went to that facility, I read the comments, and the comments were terrible. They had like 1.5 stars. And they were just saying all this crazy stuff, and I was just so scared and nervous. So when I came, they had me on a journey, and then the security guard opened it, and they were like, hold, and they were like, yeah. And he's like, okay, hold on, and he closed the door. And then he finally let us in, and then they were cool. Like, they weren't mean, they weren't rude or anything. I went in the room and I changed into this dress, and I went back there and I did some paperwork, and then I just sat on the couch and they like set it up.
Y'all, wasn't that heartfelt? Like, people think that people that got money is always okay. Like she said, a lot of people front, a lot of people want these rich men, and a lot of the men not being where they're supposed to be. They're not being what they're supposed to be. They're not being faithful. They like, I'm out here getting this money. You deal with what you deal with. And like she said, she's a child of a rich person, of Snoop. And people feel like, oh, she should be okay all the time. No, she's human. Like she said, people have feelings. But y'all comment down below. Give me a thumbs up on my video. Subscribe to my channel if you hadn't already. Subscribe to my other channels if you hadn't already. Make sure you check me out on social media. And make sure you check out my shop. Make sure you click that bell for notification of my videos. Make sure you check out my IGT page and shop with your girl. Go over to Mega Plate Gang and subscribe to that channel. Like I said, we've been doing giveaways. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, be blessed.
Anyway, enough of that stuff.